family. If you're in or near Columbia, South Carolina, you've got to visit the House of Hathor, located at 6319 North Main Street. Open Tuesday through Saturday, it's your one-stop shop for African clothing, African masks, natural soaps, incense, candles, jewelry, and more. Plus, they've got a beautiful event space. Owned and operated by Baba Rutaski and Mama Nektarma Canute. When you support the House of Hathor, you support the culture. When you support the House of Hathor, you support the movement. When you support the House of Hathor, you support the people.
Greetings, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to the House of Hathor's LIbation, Liberation Lifestyle. That we come to you live from the House of Hathor, 6319 North Main Street here in Columbia, South Carolina. That the ancestors continues to strengthen our resolve, that they continue to bring forth our knowledge and our wisdom through information and instructions that we are committed to reflecting upon and to projecting upon each and every day. That we have the breath of life that has been given to us by the Creator, the great ancestor of all ancestors. And as we continue to be the vessel, the altar, and the temple of their great energy, spirit, and soul, that we are designed to do the work that is required, that we have committed ourselves to through our intentions for the purpose of making our lives, the lives of our children, our children's children, and our children's children's children, the lives of our families, our homes, and our communities, a better place to live than what we inherited. So let us bring the ancestors involved into this daily affirmation, prayer, meditation, libation, so that they'll know that we are committed to doing what is required of us, everything that we must do in order to strengthen our resolve. We call upon our ancestors far and near, fathers and mothers of our fathers, mothers and fathers of our mothers, to bear witness to all that we have done. And it is by your example that you continue to inspire us towards reclaiming our ancestral minds, regenerating our ancestral spirit, liberating our families, our homes, and our communities, and restoring our greatness as a people. We pour libation to bring into our midst your venerable ancestral spirit, radiating your great wisdom, your courage, your dedication, and your unyielding commitment to victory by any means necessary. It is in the honor of our Creator, the great ancestor of all ancestors, our mothers and fathers, our sisters and our brothers, our children and their children, our grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, our aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, and elders of the communities, that we pour this libation in your honor, in the honor of the Creator, the great ancestor of all ancestors, and the various manifestations of the Creator Spirit. We pour libation. Ashe. For our esteemed ancestors who laid the foundation for human civilization and who provides the wisdom to which we live and the models by which our lives are guided, we pour libation. Ashe. And for our esteemed ancestors who suffered the atrocities and the horrors of our Ma'afa, but yet demonstrated the victorious power of the ancestral spirit by maintaining their dignity no matter the cost, we pour libation. Ashe. And for our esteemed ancestors who survived and made it possible for us to be here today, that we continue the fight of our ancestral liberation and our vindication, we pour libation. Ashe. And finally, for our children and their children and future generations of our ancestors to come, that they too in their time will vindicate our race from all adversaries, and that they will continue to imprint upon the world the great genes of our ancestral humanity, we pour libation. Ashe. May your venerable spirit engulf this occasion to reaffirm our ancestral canopy. It is done. The great ancestor of all ancestors is satisfied. Ashe. 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 Dua Neter. So again, my brothers and sisters, we say peace and power. Hotep to you all this day, that the ancestors, the great ancestor of all ancestors, have given to us as we continue to do the work that is required of us through our intentions, through our anointments, our ordainship, for the purpose of making life better, not only for ourselves, but for our children, our children's children, and our children's children's children. For those that came before us, they left a blueprint for us as we continue to use it to galvanize the efforts that has been promised to us, that has been placed upon our hearts, our minds, our bodies, our spirits. For this is what we use to do the work that we are required to do. And what we're speaking about today, we're talking about the physical, the emotional, the mental, the spiritual, and the ancestral parts of ourselves that we must have mastery in. We must find the resolve within those levels of ourselves to know that we are doing everything that is required of us. You see, there are things about us that others may not be able to do. There are things about myself that I can't do what others do, or I might be able to do more than what others may be able to do, because that's what's been placed on me to do. Just like each and every one of you, there is something that has been given to you that you must do. From the physical, the emotional, the mental, the spiritual, and the ancestral parts of yourself that you got to have mastery in. And it may not take place all this time, because we have to recognize and understand that there are energies and spirits out there that don't want you to attain what you're supposed to attain while you are here. They recognize and they know your anointment. They know what you have been ordained to do. They know it. And when I'm speaking of they, I'm talking about spirit and energy. So if you are of a positive energy, then there is a negative energy that is out there that comes to you every day, and you may not even recognize it right now. But once you recognize that negative energy that is going against you, that smiles in your face, that continues to say that they're supporting you, that continues to be around you in your circles, that they do have some type of negative energy that has been placed upon them to go against your positive, so that you don't have a resolvement of your physical, your emotional, your mental, your spiritual, and your ancestral self. Because they're in a battle themselves. And when people are in battles within themselves and they still come around you, then they're trying to zap your energy. They're trying to receive your energy so that they can continue to do the work that they are ordained and anointed to do. And that means that they're using a negative energy and spirit to attach themselves to your spirit, to your energy, and to the souls of your ancestors. But we have to make sure that we continue to use our discernship so that we can recognize when that is taking place around us, within us, and it's taking place within us or around us, to take what we have about us so that they can use it for the betterment of themselves. So those five levels that we have to make sure that we are constantly using and constantly strengthening our resolve within our physical, our emotional, our mental, our spiritual, and our ancestral self. And all five of those areas have to be used at the same time. Just as the body uses all the different organs and vessels at the same time for you to live in this lifetime, we have to make sure that we're doing that same thing on all five levels of ourselves at the same time, to make sure that we are strengthening our resolve. And resolve means that you are resolving everything that has been given to you. You have to resolve it every day. That is all resolve is. Resolving yourself every day, because every day you are met with a different challenge. Every day you are met with a different obstacle. Every day you are met with something that says that it wants to bring you chaos. It wants to bring suppression and oppression upon you, because it does not want you to strengthen your resolve in those areas. There are things that each of us have to do and we must do to make sure that we are following the blueprint that has been given to us to build, to generate, reflect, and project upon, so that we can manifest our truth and the justification for that truth. But we must resolve every day. We must resolve every day. As soon as we wake up from the spiritual rest that we get we have to resolve or resolve what is placed upon us this day so that we can manifest and generate our truth. We reflect upon what has been given to us, and then we project it outward through our thoughts, our words, and our actions. And I'm speaking this today because there has been some chaotic moments that has been placed upon us. There's been some obstacles and some hurdles that have been placed upon us that we have to always resolve and resolve our intentions, our purpose, our anointments, and our ordainship so that we can stand firm on our values, our interests, and our principles, which grounds us into that resolve. Our values, interests, and principles will always be strengthened so that we can stand firm on that. So we give thanks to you for being a part of this libation, liberation lifestyle moment, and that we continue to work not only within ourselves, but with those of like spirits, like souls, and like energy. And as we continue to find the balance and be that balance, that harmony and that order, not only for ourselves, but for our families and our communities, then we become the example of what Spirit has given to us. It becomes our lifestyle. And we stand liberated in that lifestyle because we continue to honor the ancestors for everything that they have done for us, for everything that they continue to give to us, as they continue to enhance, enrich, and increase our resolve. Peace and power to you all, and ashe to our ancestors.